Hello everyone and welcome back to Happening by Chance. My name is María and today I am here with a fun pairing video for a deck that I think is a very underrated, hidden, mass market gem, an oracle that I don't see anyone talking about. And I don't know if it's because it's not a new deck, but it's absolutely fantastic. It is the Pixiekins Oracle by Paulina Cassidy, or I think she goes by Paulina Faye now. You can tell this is not new because it says Paulina Cassidy in the box. So I've been feeling really poorly this week and I wanted to film. So I thought a pairing video would be good because I don't have to talk a lot. So I'm just going to do a quick presentation of the deck. I was originally intending with this deck to do a full walkthrough, like ideas on how to use it, test drive, etc. But I'm not going to do that today. So today I'm just going to be doing some pairings and hopefully not talking a lot. I'm going to try to not talk a lot. And maybe eventually I can do a dedicated video of how to use this deck. So this deck is basically a creature oracle. So you know how you have animal oracles where you have an animal in each card and they mean something. Well, this one is a creature oracle, so every card has a different creature that comes from Paulina Cassidy's, Paulina Faye's imagination. There is a creature, she has a name for them, and there is a message. I was drawn to this deck because one, I have never seen anyone mention it, but also the style of this particular drawing is very 90s. It reminds me of like 90s notebooks in Mexico. There is like I feel like everyone in the 90s knows this particular like vagabond aesthetic with like the overalls, the patches. This panda with the heart is super 90s. Yeah, I mean this animal obviously isn't sad, but I feel like there was this whole aesthetic of like sad vagabond, sad clown, like the Precious Moments era, you know? A great thing about this deck is that it has 72 cards. So I know a lot of people love big oracles, so that's a great thing. Okay, so this is how the cards are set up. So you have the drawing of the Pixiekin and then you have a name. So this is Winnie, Tangles and Zinfandel. And then you have a phrase. So this one says believe in impossible things. And that's how every card is. So I'm just going to go through pairings. Just to be clear, this is one of my current favorite mass market oracles. I don't sound very enthusiastic, but I love this deck. So the first pairing that I'm going to do is the Tarot Baraona. I would normally talk through each deck, but I literally don't want to talk. These are the backs. Oh, and these are the backs for this. I actually had these 3 cards in my altar yesterday. These are called Marionette and Dust Bunny. Fitting in is boring, be fiercely you. I really like this pairing. This was the first one that I thought of, so let's move on to another one. And I'm literally just experimenting, so some might work better than others. Next one I thought of to try was Sacred Sites Tarot, because it has like a bluish tint. I actually really like it. I like the just juxtaposition of otherworldly otherworldly creatures with um, planet Earth sites and the old school illustrations kind of work. I love this 90s panda. This is perfect. Hold close to your sense of wonder next to the Sacred Sites Tarot. Okay, I really like this one. Let's try another one. I love this one. Sear Cider Dodgington. Worry less, create more. Since this is medieval, let's go with a medieval theme. Let's try the Manuscript of Initiations. I actually really like how it looks with the medieval decks, like with the Tarot Baraona, and then with this one. I think it's because the medieval art also has some quirky creatures. Um, yeah, so I think it works. Yeah, I really like this one. Let's try another pairing. Oh, actually, let's go for the obvious choice, a deck by the same creator. Obviously, this works beautifully. Even the backs will match. don't think we need to see more. Obviously it works. Let's try another pairing. I want to try another medieval theme. Let's try The Magic of Tarot by Liz Dean. This is not really well shuffled because I was going to do a mod. I like it, but actually this card gave me an idea, so hold on. Let's see how it works with the Livett the Ghost. The color palette is not great, but the art style maybe. Oh, I actually really love it, even though the color palette doesn't match. I think the art works perfect. I think it would work good with an Alice deck if you have one, because of there are a lot of like Alice type. I really love this card. It says Polly, Pumpkin and Finn. If there was ever a time to follow your passion, now is that time. Let's try now the Tarot of Mystical Moments, which I find pairs with everything. This one pairs amazing with Marseille, or actually Italian. I really love it with the Ancient Italian Tarot. Obviously, this pairs beautifully. Oh, here is our 90s guy. I really love this pairing. It's like they're bringing some cheer to this sad guy. This one would have paired really beautiful with a whale. This one gave me an idea. Let me try something. I'm not sure it's going to work. Actually, you know what? I was going to try this one, which just by the box, I think it will work. I might try to pair this for Instagram or something. But I wanted to try some Marseille pairings, and I just saw the time, and I need to go eat because, yeah. So I thought of this one because of the color palette, and I think it does look pretty. Oh, even the backs look pretty. Another cat. I definitely need to pair it with a medieval cat, and also I have the mystical cats. Is it that one? I don't know. I think you know, a cat deck could work as well. Obviously, an Alice deck would work really great. This one is so great. Okay, so let's try another one. Oh, and this one is the Napoleonico by Il Meneghello. Let's try the Marshmallow Marseille because of the drawing style. Oh, the swords look really cool with the bat. His name is Hector. That's so cute. I just love that they have names. Ah, so pretty. Yeah, I like it. And it's the Ele Fairy. Make a wish, take a chance, and make a change. I love it. I think this one would be cool, this oracle, for the fall, for, you know, Halloween. Yeah, the courts, you know, fairy courts, I wanted to try the Goblin Market Tarot, but I forgot to bring it. Oh, I have a Mermaid Tarot that would have been fun, but I also didn't bring it. Yeah, so I think this I like. Finally, let's try this one that I received yesterday, the Dinosaures de Marseille. Dinosaures de Marseille. The thing is that this one is not going to be shuffled. I just did like a super quick kind of hand over hand shuffle, but it's not going to be shuffled. It looks fantastic. Just this alone, it looks fantastic. I love it. It's perfect, don't you think? Oh, I think this is one of my favorites. I really love it. One of my favorite pairings. This one would look good with the mystical moments. This card. Look at this funky fool. It's perfect for this deck. Okay, so this is the next day. I am still tired, but I'm feeling better. So let's try some more pairings because I did have more ideas. And yeah, let's just go. So we were trying out Marseille pairings. So let's continue with that theme. Let's try the María Celia Tarot, which is also kind of funky characters. I feel like I really like this one. It's not the best in terms of the color palette. Although, I mean, it depends on the card that you get, right? Because this one is closer in the color palette. Penelope, quick sparkle, get your magic on. This is not necessarily how I would pair Marseille normally. Normally I would put 3 Marseille cards and 1 oracle, but I can see a narrative here. Emerging. I can't help it. I just, yeah. Maybe I should try this format more often. I really like it, but this card is making me, I don't know, want to try something else. I don't know exactly which one, but let me, I don't know, I feel like I got an idea. let me rummage through my decks and try another pair. This is not necessarily what I was thinking. I was thinking more like a foresty or more like a pencil drawings type of a thing, and it might be a wild choice. But it worked so well with the sacred sites that I thought it might work with the naturescapes. And this is a case where maybe it's not so much about the aesthetics, but it's more about the reading, because it's kind of like these creatures inhabiting the spaces, you know, like the spirit of place kind of a thing. See, like you could imagine this guy running towards this forest. Patsy and Jellyroot, give yourself permission to cut loose. So it's like they are running away from this space into this space. And it's even perfect because it's a snowy scene. So it's, what does that mean? We have another 90s cat. Look, very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so let's try something else. Since we tried one NPC funky pairing, let's try another NPC funky pairing. This might be my last NPC attempt just because it's really hard with the sleepy cardstock. Okay, I love this because of the color palette, but I thought of it because, you know, Gilmore Girls is kind of whimsical. I feel like Lorelai would like this deck. And of course you would need to read, right? Because aesthetically I like the color palette, but the Melsa and the Kitty twins, fire up your power and make things happen. 9 of Cups, 1,000 yellow daisies, and the Magician. See, it's a perfect with the make things happen with the Magician and the 1,000 Yellow Daisies, and the Nine of Cups, which if you've seen Gilmore Girls, you know what the Yellow Daisies mean. Professor Randolphus E. Busby. Whether you think you can or cannot, you are right either way. With the High Priestess Rory and My Mom and I Freakishly Linked 10 of Cups. Okay, so this one is super fun. I feel like I could have fun flipping through this one, through every card of this one, but I'm not going to do it. Now let's try an oracle with oracle pairing, and let's try the familiar field. So this is kind of like creatures with creatures. I like the combination of colors. I don't know if it's the best pairing, and maybe thematically it's like lashing with each other, because it's like creature, 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 archetype, archetype, archetype. I mean, you could totally do a reading, obviously. But I don't know if it's my favorite pairing. So let's try a different one. This card makes me think of, mystical moments, which we already did. We could do also mystical moments oracle, but I didn't bring it. I'm thinking of a lot of oracles that I didn't bring. Okay, so let's do the Hidden Realm. This card also makes me think that this could pair well with the JGB decks, like either Oracle or Tarot, or also with maybe like Nicoletta Ciccoli, or like those styles of art. This one I think is a natural fit because of the theme and the, drawn quality, though not necessarily my favorite, but I do think it works. Oh, I just remembered another one I wanted to try that I forgot to bring. I'm going to go get it. But see, this card just makes me think of like, the Paulina Tarot, which we already did. Hold on, let me get the decks that I forgot to bring. I really wanted to try the Goblin Market Tarot. I love it. I knew it. I am glad I got it because it's perfect. I knew this was going to work perfectly. Okay, I really love it. I think I could keep flipping through with this, but I'm going to see if, I mean, I have a million other ideas, so let me look to see which else to try. Let's try another oracle. I feel like the Enchanted Map is going to work. The color palette of the backs definitely works. Well, yeah, this one works perfect because of the theme. And I bet if we read the things, it would work too. Look at this. Rock bottom, education. And then this is Sir Edward. And it says, your biggest fear might just contain your greatest worth. Rock bottom, education with a light. Perfect. I love balancing act with this little guy balancing the cupcake. Slow and steady, don't stop moving ahead, great things are on the horizon. The color palette and the theme and everything, okay, this one is also a favorite. This oracle is honestly so underrated. I mean, both of them. Like I was talking about the Enchanted Map, but obviously also the Pixiekins. Yeah, definitely love this one. And the Ride the Wave card has reminded me of a deck I wanted to try that actually, I don't know how well it's going to work, but let's just experiment. Before we try that one, let me just try another Marseille style just because I had this out and I just dropped it. So I kind of want to try it so I can just put it away. So this one is the La Corte de Tarocchi by Il Meneghello. And I mean, I like the color palette, which is why I had thought of it. And also it's a color palette, but then also this tarot has some oh, hold on, is it not shuffled? Okay, maybe it is, I don't know. Yeah, so it has also like kind of like a childlike feel with the owl. I mean with the car. I feel like it's not shuffled. It's obviously not shuffled. I like the color palette. I don't know if it's my favorite pairing, but I like the color palette. Let's try this one. Celtic Spirit Oracle. Okay, so I'm just doing it like this for the ease of the video because I feel like I might want to put this one in the middle and then two of these in the side. Maybe I should do that, but I kind of don't want to give myself extra work by changing the setup. Or actually, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try a last deck with this setup because I want to try another one where I am going to change it, and then we'll just end with those. This is the Mermaid deck that I was talking about. I actually kept this card here just because I wanted to see it with the Mermaid deck. So the color palette goes, I actually don't use this deck a lot just because I don't like keywords. So I want to mod this one and cut and leave just the middle part. So that's why I haven't it's not necessarily my favorite, and I don't want to take much longer, so I feel like I don't want to keep flipping with this one. Okay, well, see, the color palette works, but it's not my favorite pairing. Okay, so I forgot to bring the John Bauer, which I think I wanted to try with this, and I think it would have worked. I think the John Bauer, the Dulac, the Rackham, the Hosh, and all of those, I think those would work with this. I think the Checoli would work with this. I think the JGB would work with this. You know, all those types of like whimsical characters type of decks would work with this. I have a million more ideas based on the color palette. I'm just looking at my decks. I'm thinking of the energy or archaeology, which energy wise maybe clashes, but in color scheme it doesn't. I'm thinking maybe like botanical oracles. I'm thinking if you have the Ramure Tranche, the French deck, that might work too. I'm thinking the Llewellyn Tarot, especially because my Llewellyn is modified. But I feel like if you have the one with if you didn't cut the borders, you have the big green borders, that might work well. Also, I had the Circle of Life tarot that I wanted to try, and also the what's her name? I love her. She's one of my favorites, and I don't have any deck by her. Oh my gosh. She has the Ghost Tarot. She has the Fairy Tale Tarot. She has the Celtic Dragon Tarot. She has the Fantastical Creatures Tarot. Hunt. Something. Lisa Hunt. Lisa Hunt. I've been wanting her Fantastical Creatures Tarot forever, and I haven't bought it. And I'm feeling tempted to buy it just to pair it with this deck. So I can think of a lot of ideas. I will probably be trying more, when I use this deck. But I'm just going to try 2 final pairings by putting in the middle. So I'm going to, and then that's that, just because I am getting a headache. Okay, so this is a really weird one, but there's just something about it that I kind of want to try. So this is the Leonora Carrington Majors Only. Obviously, the color doesn't work, but there's just something about the energy and the vibe of this deck and the weirdness of these characters that I thought might work. And these 3 I like. So let's keep flipping. See, like this mysterious kind of whimsical creature, the owl. I feel like the owl works with Leonora Carrington. Okay, see, this is, you have the Pope, that's kind of like the owl, and then these figures that could be this figure. Yeah, so obviously, like in terms of aesthetics, it's not necessarily like it's like the best pairing, but in terms of like the energy and the vibes and the theme, I also really like pairings that are not necessarily aesthetic, but that work in theme. See, like, look at this Empress, right? It's very mysterious. Very in the nature. Like, you could, like, this is a night scene in the forest, and this is more like the daylight. But you could totally picture these creatures being her familiars, you know? So yeah, I think it really works. And now let me try the Celtic one that I was going to try. Okay, so this is the Celtic Spirit Oracle by Nicola McIntosh. The bell just rang and I had to get up and go open. It was a package from MPC. And anyway, my mind was distracted. But I feel like because of the whole issues with MPC where the US, they are not buying as much MPC and like all those things, I feel like they are just like getting out those orders, because MPC to get to Mexico, like, I mean, it was like a month, and I swear I ordered this package like 2 weeks ago. I cannot believe it's here already. Anyway, this works perfect. Beautiful. It's kind of like with the Leonora Carrington, where you can picture these guys with her in the woods. Except the color palette works. Whoops. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It was obviously the other way around. Oops. Oh. Rest, stop, recharge, self-care. Yes, I am going to go do that now. This is the last pairing, because, oh my god, okay. So yeah, I think it works. I think it works. Yeah, I'm going to say it does work, and now I'm going to go rest, recharge, etc., because I am getting a headache. And yeah, so those were the pairings for the Pixiekins Oracle by Paulina Faye, although in the box it still says Paulina Cassidy. I don't know what year this is from, but it's not new. And please buy this. Not to enable you, but I am enabling you. Please buy it. It goes with everything. It's so cool. You can use it as a regular oracle, just like with tarot, as you normally read. You can use it as an archetype deck. You can use it as, like, you know, to pull your familiar for the day. You can use it as, like I did with like the sacred sites or the naturescapes, you know, very like spirit of place. Now I'm thinking I want to try it with the wisdom of place tarot. So many ways in which you could use it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon with another video. I hope this was fun for you. Once again, my name is Mariana. This is Happening by Chance. I will see you soon, and in the meantime, I wish you happy reading whether that be card reading, book reading, pendulum, weather patterns, charms, whatever form of reading you prefer.